urgent need to address the anger, confusion, and agony that trail the 2025 JAMB examination UTME in Nigeria. The statistical analysis of 2025 UTME showing that 78.5% of candidates representing the 1.5% scored below 200 out of 400. The struggle to reach examination center contributes to maths failure. Many candidates are required to travel many kilometers to access the nearest CBT center. This, however, has psychological effect on the candidates. This situation exposes young candidates to affordable risk, including road accidents, kidnapping, and other forms of insecurity. Further aware that fatal accident claimed the lives of several students who were on their way from Oyo to Ogbomoso to sit for the 2025 UTME examination. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board JAMB admitted that there were errors caused by human and technology, which resulted to poor performance.
When we look at the security situation in the country and logistics, why JAMB should come and explain why they fix examination for 6:30. And Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I want to add to the prayers of the movers of this motion that JAMB should be directed to release forthwith the result of all under 16 students.
I think this motion, yes, is a motion that is expressing some concerns of what happened with the UTME examination, but I think this motion somehow should commend the registrar of JAMB. The registrar came on national television, accepted the fault, which is not common in this country. And he apologized to Nigerians. And I think this House should commend that effort to our public officers. This is what do not happen in this country, where officers, their staff manifested or demonstrated dereliction of duty, and then you find the head taking responsibility. It is not common.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, it is an honor to lead a debate on the general principles of the bill for an act to amend the Electoral Act 2022 to make it mandatory for all Nigerians of maturity age to vote in all national and state elections and for related matters. My respected colleagues, the essence of democracy is participation, and it is very core. Democracy thrives when citizens are actively engaged in the process of selecting their leaders and shaping the direction of governance. Voting is not only the right, but a civic responsibility. And in many democracies across the world, it is treated as such. This bill proposes to introduce mandatory voting for the Nigerians of voting age in general elections, both on the national and the state levels. It seeks to amend the relative provisions of the Electoral Act of 2022 to reflect the obligations, while also allowing for limitation and justified exemptions where necessary. The rationale for this bill rests on the urgent need to revitalize the participation in Nigeria. The persistent trend of low turnout undermines the legitimacy of our electoral process and weakens the foundations of representative governance. By making voting mandatory, we aim to foster a stronger culture of civic responsibility, reduce electoral apathy, and increase the inclusiveness of fairness of our elections.
Just being a citizen of this country requires from you a responsibility to perform your duties as a citizen. One of those responsibilities, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, is to be involved in our democratic processes. The bill that is before us is not saying it is mandatory for a Nigerian to vote either A or B. No. It's saying that you must be counted in every election, whether it be local government, state, or federal. In other climes that we have traveled to or lived, personally in Australia, it is actually an offense for you not to vote during elections.
and the tax office will visit you and find out why you did not vote. And there are some incentives as a citizen that you'll be denied because you refuse to fulfill your responsibility. If we begin to put these structures in place, like as a legislature, Mr. Speaker, I can assure you there will be greater participation of Nigerians in our democratic process, so that they will be part of the decision making, so that they will own the process, so that they will own the decision, so that they will not say it is either this party or that party's decision. So it's a good proposition coming out from you and the person that partnered with you to sponsor this bill. And I urge members, it's about time the 10th Assembly make a mark.
What are the incentives in our claims? What are those things that citizens even enjoy? Is it that you'll be denied security? There is no water anywhere, as you say, you'll be denied your basic utilities. What exactly will be denied any man who has refused to vote in Nigeria? I don't think there's anything that can be denied any man that has refused to vote. Voting should be free. Some, even here in Parliament, some could afford.
So you are saying that there is nothing in government that.
Excellency, I am still. I require protection. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, can we, in all honesty, tell ourselves that our voter register is clean? In some constituencies, you find Mike Tyson, who is not a citizen of that place, still on the register till today. When we talk about 30% of voters, 30% of what? The voter register is not clean in anywhere. There's no constituency that you say this register, yes, there are human beings complete on this. So if we begin to use that as a yardstick to say our participation is low, I think we have questions to answer in that regard. I want to appreciate the two last speakers who are mothers, and they appreciate the letter and the spirit behind the proposed amendment. I also listened to a former presiding officer, former deputy speaker, one of the most ranking members in this 10th Assembly. And I have come to the conclusion that, or thinking that in as much as the reason behind the amendment is right and proper, but the timing, like Madam said, now that we're looking at how to give women more opportunities, not only in politics, but also in public service, I seek the leave of the House to step down this bill, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Dikon. So this bill is stepped down by the leave of the House. Consider the report of the Committee on the Public Police Affairs on the 2024 budget proposal of the Nigerian Police Trust Fund, the total sum of 124,289,057,866 naira, out of which 1,206,310,618 naira 16 kobo only is for personnel costs, while 24,445,014,506 naira only is for overhead expenditure, and 98,637,732,741 naira 64 kobo only is for capital expenditure. And I approve recommendation 1, 2, and 3 of the report. The biggest among us is identifying with the greatest party in Africa, and I'm sure both the opposition and the majority will be excited
to applaud this very, very important decision he has taken. So, honorable colleagues, appreciate our new member. Congratulations.
This decision follows the directives of my constituents who are dissatisfied with the leadership crisis, litigation and factional disputes within the NPP, which threaten the political future of its members. As it is today, the NPP has two separate national and state officers of the party.